what we do is really complicated. Making a steel bridge that is really good isn't easy. It's very doable. But to do it well, you've got to know about a lot of little details. One of the most humbling moments of my career was the first presentation I ever did as an engineer. I was a year out of school, and here was my chance. I was so excited to do this presentation. I thought about how good it was going to be, how great I was going to do in this delivery, and I fell on my face. And I was really shocked about that. I thought that I was ready going into it, and then it went very poorly. I realized soon after the problem was I had focused entirely upon the delivery of that presentation. I forgot all about the message and forgot all about the audience. I learned a very valuable lesson that day. Don't focus on how you will come across, or how you sound, or how you look. Those things are inconsequential and people don't really care. Focus rather on the message. I learned that if you focus on the message, you'll deliver fine every time, because you'll be worried about getting that across. Not how you look or how you sound, but did the audience hear what they needed to hear? I left Texas DOT to join High Steel because I was ready for the next step. I enjoyed the work at Texas DOT. It was a great opportunity to be a part of the largest bridge program in the country. But I was ready for the next step. Even in Texas, High Steel was known for its reputation in delivery and quality. And when I had the opportunity to join them, it was a no-brainer. Here was opportunity to be a part of hundreds of bridges on the East Coast, bridges that are so important for the community we live in, and an opportunity to learn new things and broaden my horizons. The best moment in my career so far was the closing moment of the first meeting of the AASHTO NSBA Steel Bridge Collaboration. That meeting was in Cincinnati in 1997. And for months ahead of the meeting, Fred Beckman, Krishna Verma, and I had planned, had spoken to dozens of people, had sent out letters, had rallied a number of folks to come and say, can we start this effort to standardize? There were 45 people there from all over the country. And when the meeting started, I suddenly realized that all of these professionals had made their investment in time because I had asked them to do it. And it was a rather weighty thing, but it was a compelling thing. And they all felt that. For 2 days, we spoke about what we ought to do, and we had 8 topics. We made some plans for each of those 8 things. We chose a leader for each of those 8 tasks. And at the end of the meeting, I was making closing remarks and ended the meeting, and suddenly the group erupted in spontaneous applause. I've applauded many times in my life. It's something we all do. Sometimes we're polite, and certainly at a performance we're going to do that. But that day, that applause was a genuine expression of enthusiasm and excitement from those people. All of us who felt like we were really about to start something. We really had just started something that was going to make a big difference in our community. Certainly, that was the best moment of my career. The steel bridge that I'm most proud of working on is the replacement for the Tappan Zee Bridge, the Governor Mario Cuomo Bridge. That project was the largest in High Steel's history. I was the leader on that project, and that project had so many marks of excellence. From the engineering that was done up front with a very clean and constructible design, to the response of the engineers to our needs when we were developing the drawings, to the work that our shop workers did on the shop floor, from the delivery through the construction in the field, the excellence in construction engineering as well, using this giant crane to lift the pieces in place. It accentuated what you can do with steel, and it also accentuated what high steel could do in terms of its execution on fabrication and delivery. What an extraordinary project. The biggest inspiration in my career and the most important mentor was Fred Beckman. Fred had worked for a fabricator and then worked for AISC and later NSBA. And he and I joined together when we started the AASHTO NSBA Steel Bridge Collaboration with Krishna Verma as well. We said, let's get the owners together to make bridges better, to get everyone on the same page. Fred worked tirelessly to put all of that together. For months, we spent hours on the phone every week talking through how should we go about this? Who do we need to get involved? And many times I was prepared to say, all right, I think we know enough and we can go on. And he would say, no, Ronnie, we've got to go through all the detail. We've got to get this right. We're going to get a lot of people involved. It has to be done well. He insisted on excellence, and he was right. That's just one example of the many ways he inspired me to always do a good job, to always be diligent, to always make sure I do the best in the things that I do, and also to always look for the source of the best way to do something, the source of problems, the opportunity to make the improvement. Fred drove me to achieve that perfection, if you will. Not that I've ever really achieved perfection, but I've often striven for it, and that's due to his inspiration.